are the Mythbusters. Adam Savage. I'm so pumped! And Jamie Heineman. Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience.
That is so wrong!
Joining them
is me, your narrator for today. My name is Josh, and I'll be giving details and overview of each myth.
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
On this episode of Mythbusters, we'll be testing two myths that question the reliability of the New Testament Bible.
Wow! I have no idea what happened!
Let's get right into myth 1. The amount of translation done by many people over vast periods of time may have caused the Bible today to lose its true meaning. So, first of all, the New Testament was written in a common language, being Greek. So, from there, many different versions were made into Syriac, Old Latin, and the Egyptian dialects. Scholars with knowledge in these languages can verify the Greek text and the way these translations read to make sure that they all relate to the original Greek. The English and American revised versions of 1880 and 1901 were based primarily on the great Greek manuscripts of the 4th and 5th centuries, which were the original copies. This means that there is little compounding errors from the one original copy. Through this, we can see that the true meaning of the Bible has still been translated into the Bible we have today. The internal consistency of the New Testament documents is about 99.5 textually pure, which is very accurate when compared to something like Homer's Iliad, which is about 95% accurate. Another way we have ascertained evidence for disproving the argument of the meaning being lost through translation is through archaeology. Modern archaeology has challenged the world of Darwinism and materialism and proven the Bible is factual. Documented evidence outside the Bible confirms events and persons that were at one time considered to be suspect or plain false in differing editions of the New Testament. There have been many as 24,000 rediscovered pieces of evidence for the existence of the Bible, a major example being the uncovering of the Dead Sea Scrolls between 1946 and 1956. This set of ancient texts, numbering almost 1,000 pieces of papyrus, parchment, and bronze, confirmed the historical reliability and accuracy of, among other things, the life of Jesus Christ. With these two reasons, we can be very certain that very little harm has come to the true meaning of the New Testament through translation. The other reason that atheists believe that the New Testament is unreliable is the fact that Jesus' life, which were mentioned in the 4 Gospels, were written by 4 different authors. This can affect the reliability of these Gospels, as different authors may have certain views on the life events that happened in Jesus' life. Furthermore, the critics have also assumed that Matthew and Luke used the Book of Mark to compile their Gospels, and they also consulted a supplementary source, perhaps full of unreliable information. However, all the writers of the Gospels that described Jesus' life are close friends and disciples of him, and zealously obey him, making it more reliable than someone who has never seen or been with Jesus. So, there is no question about their attachment to Christianity, and therefore meaning that they are very unlikely to want to lie about things which are very important to the religion. So, they'll try and make the most accurate representation of Jesus' life. Another argument made by the non-Christians is that they might have lied. But what would motivate someone to tell a lie in the first place? Mainly one of 3 things. 1. Financial greed. 2. Sexual or relational lust. And 3. The pursuit of power. If the authors of the Gospels are lying about their claims, they're only lying for one of these 3 reasons. Well, did they get rich from their claims? No. Did they get a bunch of girlfriends as a result of their claims? No. But what about power? Couldn't it be argued that these men became important leaders within their religious community? Well, while this might seem like a reasonable motive, apply to the foremost leader of the early Christian movement, Paul. Paul started off with the governmental authority and respect of his religious community. As a dedicated religious Jewish leader, he was charged with hunting down members of the Christian community. I Are we really to believe that he'll just leave this position and jump in with the very group he was happily charged to destroy, only to suffer persecution for many years in the hope that he might one day return to a position of religious authority? This seems highly unreasonable and unlikely. None of the Gospel authors gained anything from their testimony and instead suffered persecution and death for their claims. Therefore, the authors clearly lacked motive and bias, and therefore have not lied about the Bible. In conclusion, the two main reasons that atheists have suggested to question the legitimacy of the New Testament are the historical unreliability of the New Testament and that the New Testament was written by several authors. However, after further research, as seen in the last two paragraphs, these reasons are proven wrong and the New Testament is reliable on the account of Jesus' life.